And welcome back. We appreciate you being here today. And if you found us, there's a pretty good chance that you have a goal in mind. And maybe one of those goals is to lose weight. You can do that in many different ways. Of course, diet, exercise, there's medications out there too. There's also acupuncture. Now, when I hear that, it almost doesn't even sound like it makes a connection in my mind because I didn't even know that acupuncture can support weight loss. Apparently does. And she's the expert. We're going to talk with her. She runs a practice in New York City and practices Chinese medicine, which also includes herbals and so much more. Dr. Kelly joins us once again on the program. How are you today?
Doing good, Steve. How are you doing?
Doing well and perfect timing. So many are getting ready for warmer weather, summer season, maybe going to the beach, wanted to shed some pounds. Acupuncture can help with weight loss.
Yes, actually, I have a patient. I have many patients. This is the one of the patient. She came in, she said, Dr. Kelly, I want to do facial rejuvenation, but I also want to do weight loss. I also have high blood pressure. So he had several problems she want me to take care of. I said, sure, we can do facial rejuvenation. We can also put some points for weight loss. So then the last email she wrote to me, she said, Dr. Kelly, I found out after treatment, I stopped being hungry. I'm not so hungry anymore. Like before, I always want to grab food, continually eating. But after the acupuncture treatment, the hungry is gone. The hunger is gone. So I don't really need to eat so much food as before. If I did like eat a lot of food as before, I kind of like feel sick, feel gross. So that is one of the evidence acupuncture can treat weight loss by stop your hunger.
Interesting. So it does essentially, and I'm not the expert here by far, but some of the medications that originally were designed for diabetes, people are taking those to curb their appetite. So instead of doing that, acupuncture can be the magic that can stop you from wanting to, eat and crave things.
Yes, because there are some points on the stomach channel. Can we call it um st basically people who like to eat a lot, who kind of like have a big appetite. Usually, this kind of people have, we call it in Chinese medicine, stomach fare. So you kind of like have stomach fare. That's why you're always hungry. You want to eat. So there are some points we can clear the stomach fare. After we doing that, your hunger kind of like going down. So you don't need to eat so much. So you're losing weight.
Amazing. So how do you know where to put the acupuncture needle in?
Because there is one point called stomach 24. So on the belly, there are a lot of points on for the stomach channel. For example, stomach 25, which is on the side of belly button, about two twin. We say two twin. We don't need to go to detail about how do you measure two twin. Laying on top of stomach 25, we have stomach 24, which can clear stomach fare. So every point kind of like a single herb or a drug do some function. For this point, stomach 24 can clear stomach fare. So of course we know, for people who learn Chinese medicine, we all learn how to measure like which acupuncture point, how to locate it.
Hmm.
So I know where it is, and I know what kind of technique I need to use to needle that point. We have tonify point, we have tonify technique, we have sedate technique. So for late stomach 24, we basically draining stomach fare. So I use a technique to sedate this point. That's why this patient reported to me, I
Wow.
feel less hungry after treatment.
Wow. how long does it last? Say you do a treatment on somebody today. Everybody is different. Disclaimer, just putting that out there. Every situation is different. Everybody's chemistry is different. But reasonably, how long would it last after a treatment where somebody wouldn't have, those cravings and be as hungry as they used to be?
So actually, this patient, she is kind of busy. I usually suggest patients come in at least once a week. Twice a week is even better. But she's very busy, so she only comes in every 2 weeks. So which means it lasts 2 weeks for her because
Wow.
everything is different. Yeah.
And again, I'm not the expert, but those medications that are injected that we were referring to before, um, that's usually a weekly thing. And now you're putting chemicals into your body. Side effects, I pretty much know the answer, but I'm going to throw it out to you. Side effects on this with acupuncture to curb your appetite, are there any?
Well, the side effect, again, I usually being very honest to my patient, to the audience. So side effect, if, the needle went into a capillary, that can be a little bit bleeding. You can end up have a little boo-boo on your stomach. That could happen, but it will go away. We cannot just say, oh, I may get a boo-boo, so I don't get acupuncture.
Yeah, you could have uh, some bruising from the injection of the medication. Who's to say that that's not going to happen, right?
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I have patients come in for IVF. During the IVF, they give you a lot of injection. I do have I do see the patient have like a big bruise on their stomach. So yeah, like you said, you can get the bruise from, the Western doctor also. So Chinese medicine, the needle is so tiny, so small, but it can go into the
Sure.
capillary.
Sure. And I appreciate your honesty. And we've talked about that in previous podcasts. If anybody's interested in getting to the basics of acupuncture, yeah, the needle is so fine. You can fit a bunch of those needles inside the one that is used to draw blood. That's how fine these needles are. Um, does this work for everyone to lose weight?
Well, so this patient, I think she's around 50 something. I have another patient who is 80. So she's a lovely lady. She likes me. I liked her a lot. She even hugged me after treatment the last time because she's so happy. Yeah, so even on her, she's 80, right? Usually, the older usually take longer time because usually older people kind of like don't have so much qi and blood. Usually it's longer. But even for the 80 years old, after several treatment, she also want me to do facial rejuvenation on her. She said, look, Dr. Kelly, my eye went up. Like for people after certain age, they can like have some, sagging, drooping stuff. She's very happy. So even on her stomach like kind of like shrinked, and her face also get more tighten. She's very happy. So in that way, I would say yes, it is working on, yeah,
Well,
almost everyone. Yeah.
and we can't guarantee that you're going to lose weight, but that could be the same situation taking some type of medication. It's going to curb your appetite, one would think, with some moderate exercise that eating less will promote weight loss. But just a revelation here. Didn't is this commonly known in the acupuncture world that it can be used for this, or there are some acupuncturists that aren't aware of it?
Oh, yes, I think most people know it, but the point is, like you said, we cannot guarantee because we treat you right, your hunger getting less, you don't eat so much. But if you see I don't want to eat ice cream every day. I don't want to eat chips every day. Or I don't want to move at all. Every day after eat, I just want to sit on the couch, watch TV. That's not gonna help for sure. Right? If you like doing acupuncture, then you eat healthily, then you're doing a little bit of movement, you're not gonna be the same as before for sure. Because I have so many patients, all the results are good. That's why I say it's working on everyone, including myself. I'm not a big person. So I doing acupuncture on myself also. Um, I don't really go to gym because I don't have time, but I do, stretch a little bit and I don't eat a lot of junk food, now and then maybe. But so in general, if you combine, acupuncture, a little bit of movement, a healthy diet, yes, you're not gonna be big. So that's what I can tell people.
Hmm. And of course, a healthy lifestyle and habits is going to promote better health and the weight loss. But certainly, when you have a meal in front of you, you go to a restaurant, whatever it might be, we usually eat too much. Like we just keep eating. And maybe this will put that light on, the red light in your mind and say, whoa, wait, you don't need that. I'm not feeling that. Maybe save it for later. Are there any other Chinese medicine techniques to promote curbing the appetite? We're talking about acupuncture now, but is there anything else that could be used as well?
Yes, there are also herbs. But doesn't matter if herb or is acupuncture, we're basically doing the similar thing. So we help you to clear the stomach fare so you don't have big appetite to eat a lot of food. At the meantime, actually, acupuncture and herbs can help you to digest the food even better, more effective, which means whatever you are eating, your body can use it. So it's not gonna store in your body, for later use, for future. In that way, at one time, you don't feel you want to eat so much. Only other thing is you can use all the food you are eating. So you don't have the leftover store in the belly. That's how acupuncture and herbs work. Yeah, we do have herbs also can help people. Actually, for example, since we talk about weight loss, we can talk about high blood pressure also because the patient who told me about she has less hunger now, she also has high blood pressure. The
Hmm.
reason in Chinese medicine perspective people have high blood pressure is because the spleen is just not strong enough to transform the food we are eating. Then you kind of have the leftover stored in your body, even in your blood. That's why you kind of your blood vessel getting like too much stuff in there. That's why the blood cannot really move very like evenly, smoothly. So your body has to like raise the blood pressure to make the whole body has the blood. That's how blood pressure, that how does it work. So, but in Chinese medicine, we don't just think about, oh, we lower your blood pressure. We think about the root, like we tonify your spleen. So your body can use all the food you're eating. You don't have the too much like unnecessary stuff in your blood vessel. You don't need to raise your blood pressure to get blood in your whole body. That's how we treat the blood pressure. Actually, the other patient also reported to me she liked it very much, and her blood pressure did come down even before her doctor want to give her, medicine, and she
Sure.
doesn't really like it. So she
Oh,
came to me. I treated her. Her blood pressure now is okay.
amazing. Um, how long did it take for her blood pressure to start going down?
Actually, that patient also, she only comes in once a week. So I treat her once a week. So next week I check her blood pressure is not bad. So she doesn't really need. So I would say for that patient they only take one treatment, but I cannot guarantee to everybody you only need one treatment. But she does come in regularly once a week, because she has other problem. So I treat her once a week. Her blood pressure is okay. She is kind of like also have the pre-menopause going
Hmm.
on. So I treat her for hot flash. I treat her, also for, just like insomnia because people who have pre-menopausal they kind of have the hot flash, they have a hard time to fall asleep. So I treated her a couple of problems and she feels very nice. So that's why she comes in every week.
Amazing. Um, the best part about that is with the blood pressure, you can check her blood pressure professionally and see what's going on there. So we can see that it's actually going down the next time, she visits with you.
Yes, so basically as a Chinese medicine doctor, we check a pulse every time. From the pulse checking, we can feel, you know, the pulse, there are different type of pulse to say, oh, do you have blood pressure? Is your blood pressure high or low? From that, we can tell. So, I can check her pulse before putting the needle in and after the needle taking out. So I do feel the difference of the pulse. And she feel the difference too.
Amazing. Um, Now that we're going a little bit deeper into the things that acupuncture can support, what about cholesterol? Somebody has high cholesterol. A lot of times they're put on a med. Can acupuncture lower cholesterol?
It's a similar thing. It's a similar thing as the high blood pressure. Like, so why some people have high cholesterol because their body just cannot really transform all the nutrients they're taking.
Hmm.
Then, you have basically you have leftovers, right? Your body cannot really use it. So Chinese medicine basically we tonify your spleen, right? So your liver maybe a little bit like on the fair, we call it like a liver stagnation, liver qi stagnation or liver fair. So liver and gallbladder, they are a pair in Chinese medicine. I mean, same maybe in Western medicine, they also know liver and gallbladder is like very working very close, right? So the same thing, we calm down your liver, we work on your gallbladder channel. So after your liver and gallbladder, more healthy, your cholesterol gonna lower down. I heard actually a lot of patients they say they take the drug to lower the cholesterol actually didn't really work. But you come in for acupuncture, actually it may be more even more effective than the drugs.
Ah, so could you, and I've never asked you this, Dr. Kelly, but could you, if you're a patient, do acupuncture for, let's say, you have a little high cholesterol, not like through the roof, but it's a little high, and you also want to curb your appetite, which could help lower your cholesterol too, better eating habits. Could you attain both of those in one acupuncture visit?
Yes, so patient come in, I like a lot of patients actually told me they said Dr. Kelly, you put so many needles, take you so much time and cost you so many needles. Like, like if I went to another acupuncture, they put like only 10 needles, but you put like 50 needles. That's costing your time, costing your needles. I said I only care about how much my patients need. So as long as they need, I will put as many needles that I can to treat them because I want to take care of, like you said, high blood pressure, cholesterol, like, depression, weight loss, facial rejuvenation. I always treat the whole body as long as you need. It doesn't matter you come in only for shoulder pain or neck pain or not. If I check your tongue, check your pulse, figure out actually you do need you know, to lower your blood pressure, I will treat. So I will take care of your whole body. Yes.
So let's just say that somebody wanted to do acupuncture to curb their appetite. Again, everybody's different, but typically, how many needles would be needed for that?
So if only for, you know, just like weight loss or something, um, I will have some points like for example on the stomach channel, like stomach 24, stomach 25, and some points on the leg, like to tonify the spleen, like tonify the harmonize the stomach, and also usually people usually have a lot of stress. So I also gonna put a needle on the hand, like and similar points on the feet. That's called the four gates. Like four gates, like the gate open up, the chi start to move. So I would say maybe around 20. 20 needles.
Wow. Okay. Again, doesn't bother me anymore now that I learned from you about the needles and everything involved there. Um, but I'm kind of surprised it's that many. But you know what? I would much rather, and I think a lot of people would agree, do that than take a medication that could have side effects. And a lot of these meds, you don't know how it's going to react with your body down the road. You might achieve your goal of curbing appetite, whatever it is. We don't know. I would rather not take that chance. I'd rather do it holistically. And I would assume, based on what you said, Dr. Kelly, if it's for weight loss or curbing the appetite, if you had a visit with an acupuncturist like yourself twice a month, that would get the job done. That would, you think, would curb somebody's appetite enough.
Uh, Again, everybody is different. I cannot say everyone you just come in twice a month, you will lose your weight very effectively.
Sure.
But in general, I would suggest patient come in at least once a week. So in that way, it's gonna be a little bit working a little bit faster, and you may lose weight like sooner. But if you say I'm just really, really busy, I just cannot, yeah, that's better than nothing, right? Coming in twice a month, that's also fine
Sure.
because this patient actually she does come in twice a month, but she's very happy with the treatment, with the result. She's very happy.
So with that session, let's say you went once a week in the beginning just to really kind of kick in um, your weight loss journey. How long is that session?
Usually, so for like because this patient come in for facial rejuvenation, also for weight loss, for hybrid, so this patient take a little longer. So just putting in the needle, that's gonna take cost like 15 minutes.
Right.
Then after all the needles get in, I usually let patient lie down for 30 minutes. So 45 minutes.
So in that half hour or so, the patient doesn't have to do anything. They're just laying there.
Yeah, they just lying down, they feel very relaxed. Most patients love it. Like they said they feel just so relaxed. Like most patients even said, "Oh, I felt the most deep sleep ever." Like,
Yes, even just to have a reason to do nothing with our busy schedules, that's worth it in itself. I try to find time just to either meditate or just, really block things out and relax. This forces you to, and there's a benefit on the back end of it. Amazing. I know you're in New York City. Obviously, acupuncture is something that needs to be done one-on-one, but you can do a lot of things virtually, even when it comes to herbals and Chinese medicine consultation. Best way to find you, Dr. Kelly, what's your website?
it's Kelly 121 acupuncture.com.
I learn something every time we get together, and I find it fascinating. But the big surprise here is there should be no surprise. This has been going on for, centuries, and we're still talking about it because it still works. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Steve.
We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.